What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. We got a training video. If you've been waiting for weightlifting, you're gonna get in this video. Here's what you get. Check this out. This video is gonna document probably the first 6 weeks of my weightlifting. As I'm making this video, I've now done 6 weeks under Clarence Kennedy. Clarence is my coach. If you guys don't know who he is, you should. You should be subscribed to him. I'll link him in the description. He's my coach. He's a phenom of a weightlifter. He's been coaching me. I've been listening to every damn thing he's been saying. I've been pestering him. And so this is going to chronicle my goal of trying to compete. Hopefully by the end of the year, I want to hit 110 kilo snatch, 140 kilo clean and jerk. That gave me 250 kilos total. I'd probably compete at the 85 kilo division. Those are just some long-term goals, but I want to update you guys in terms of how things are going. Basically, this early process is trying to go from dog shit to not so dog shit. And that's really what it is. You need a lot of repetitions. Some people pick up movements faster than others. I'm actually a little slower, I would say, to learn things. Clarence did tell me that if he had a preference to take a student, whether someone had, let's say, like a strength background, like just doing some of the powerlifting movements like squat, bench, deadlift, or having none of that experience whatsoever, he probably would pick the person that has none of that experience. Just because you build up certain patterns, you'll see there's a lot of problems. And if I went over every single problem with each of the lifts, it would take probably 20 minutes, but I'd say on the clean as an example, a clean feels different, like the first pull into the second pull, different than a deadlift. And so for me, from doing so many deadlifts all my life, a clean kind of just feels wrong to do. It feels like I'm doing an incorrect movement, but that's not the case whatsoever. They're just apples and oranges. So wiring in the patterns is going to take some time. I think, like Clarence said, something along the lines of 6 months, like just doing these lifts for 6 months solid. Technique will tend to develop. Already in the 6 weeks, it's gone from, you know, feeling funky and most of the movements just feeling cranky, oh, like what the hell am I doing, to having some moments where things are connecting and I feel intuitively that they are getting a little bit better. For the lifts, for all this training, Clarence is making me train 5 times per week. The focus is trying to get my technique down, once again going from dog shit to not so dog shit. So these are the first 6 weeks. I can say that in terms of work capacity, I remember when I first started back week 1, I was running out of breath because, you know, there's a lot of warm-ups, a lot of different things, even just doing explosive movements, a few repetitions, as opposed to, you know, like on the bench press or something, taking your time. I was getting way out of breath and I was kind of tired by the end of the session. Now I've adapted to that. Even the movements, warming up for them, getting into the positions feel a little bit better. I'll briefly go over each of the 3 movements, maybe some of the key things that I gotta do. There's so many, but for the snatch, one, I gotta get into that position. I actually, over a year ago, I injured myself trying to catch a snatch pretty damn low because I was just, you know, tight and everything. Now I'm working on it, so Clarence has me doing drop snatches, snatch balances in order to get down into that position, get comfortable catching the weight. So that's one, that's a huge thing. 2 also is that the bar moves too far away from me. I'm not, you know, kind of extending properly, and then I need to get underneath it and I need to make sure the elbows are locked out. So the snatch is a movement that I do feel at times it's definitely getting better for myself, where I see improvements, but it's something that I'll have to keep focusing on. I think the heaviest I've gone is 92.5 kilos power snatch for a triple. I just do everything that Clarence writes, so that's the heaviest he's made me go, and so I did that. That feels good. When I started, I think the program, my best triple was 85 kilos for 3 repetitions, so that's improvement. The clean and the, let's say, clean and jerk, I would probably say out of the 3 movements, the jerk right now is the worst, just because I was talking to you guys, and that's why Clarence said, you know what, man, like, maybe drop some of that bicep work. Let's see if we can improve that front rack position. It just feels a little awkward because the bar right now is just right at the fingertips, so getting in that position and then moving towards the jerk. I probably eventually want to have my hand fully closed on the bar, just personal preference, you know, exploding and then just having it at the tips of the fingers. I feel like, not that I'm losing something, but it just doesn't feel fluid, and I think if I had better mobility, it would just transition the dip and all those things, the extension, a little bit better. So the jerk is something that I'd probably say is my worst out of the 3 in terms of technical, how it's looking, or my front foot's not jumping far enough forward, a lot of different things. The clean has gone from feeling to it's kind of syncing up. There's several things that I gotta do. Clarence has had me work on snatch pulls, clean pulls as well, just to kind of get that movement down, the proper extension, keep the bar close, a lot of different things. And so the clean is actually feeling better and better. The jerk, the movement that he made me do to help out was like a split jerk from the bottom position, where I'm just, I forget the technical name for it, but where I just extend with that foot from just holding it like in already a split jerk, but then I extend even further, just to get that timing down. So there's a lot of drills, you guys will probably see this in the video, that a lot of it is practicing the main movement, and then a lot of it is also breaking down the components of where I'm lacking, where I need the coordination of the technique, and then just doing a whole lot of that. I think also in the future, what I'm going to do is just a lot of bare bar practice, just the bar, trying to get the movements down. But I can say from even just 6 weeks, the things are feeling better. It's going to be a long road ahead. Curb your expectations. I want to do well in weightlifting, I want to compete in it, but it is going to take some time. Clarence gave me, like I said, those goals. When I first approached him, he didn't ask me if I wanted to compete or anything. I mentioned that I wanted to, and he's like, yeah, why not? And so those are the numbers that I'm aiming towards. The immediate goals I think are 100 kilo power snatch, and then 120 kilo clean and jerk for a double. So we're working towards that. What's really cool too is that with the program he gave me, I'm doing all my own strength programming, so he does all the weightlifting, but I do like the squats, the deadlifts, bench press, things like that. But the squats are also feeling really strong. Like, it's just, I can say that this program, what I really appreciate about it is that I do all the movements, all the weightlifting movements, all the accessory movements, but I still have enough energy to squat, to deadlift, to do all those things, the other side of the programming that I want to do. So it's really kind of harmonious how it's working. And that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. Just a quick update letting you know how the first 6 weeks are going, trying to nail that technique down, trying to go from dog shit to not so dog shit, following everything that the coach says. Stay tuned. I want you guys to tell me, how frequent do you want to see the weightlifting content on this channel? Leave a comment below. I know that some of you are very interested, some of you are not interested at all. You say, man, it looks like Snap City, what the hell are you doing? But trust me, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And for me, like I said, I enjoy weightlifting. I know that view-wise, doing things that are more aesthetic focused will just get a lot more views. But again, the heart wants what it wants. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like the damn video. And I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace. Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.